On this episode of Cars and Coffee Exposed, what do Ferraris, Corvettes, and Jeeps have in common? You can only find them here.
We're here with Kevin Johnson. And Kevin, you brought your beautiful 17 Corvette Stingray here to show it to us. And this is, I love this car. It's a personal favorite of mine. I know you've put some work into it. You've done some mods to it. It comes with a stock 450, right?
That's right.
So tell me what you did to make it so fast.
Right. We added a A&A Vortex supercharger to it, along with stainless expert long tube headers, X pipe, and an HP tuner. So it's about 660 horsepower now.
Wow. Have you taken it out on the track yet?
I have.
Have you?
Not today, but
What?
last month.
Okay.
Cars and Coffee last month.
Okay. What was your best time?
Best time was 11:20 at 125.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I was very pleased with that.
Absolutely.
A car that averaged 30 miles to the gallon coming and going.
I love it. So you got a supercharger in there now.
Right.
So why a supercharger, not a twin turbo?
Well, I chose to go with the supercharger because it was more user-friendly and it's more dependable on a day-to-day basis. This car being able to be driven dependably back and forth to the mountains or around town. You know, you can still run air conditioning, you can still have air, 30 miles to the gallon. It's just from a dependability standpoint, that's why I chose that versus turbo.
Yeah, I mean, you wait 9 years to get a car, you want to drive it.
That's right. I definitely want to drive it on a daily basis.
I get it. I absolutely get it. So you told me a little story before the camera started rolling about how you've wanted this car for a long time.
That's right. I got to drive one back in 2014 when they first came out, and I told my wife then that I was going to have one of those, and it took me 9 years to get it. And I got it back in April, so
9
very
years.
pleased with it. Yep.
9 years, so the kids are out of the house.
That's right, they're grown.
So it's you time now.
That's right, exactly. Exactly.
Good for you. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
What does the wife think about that? What'd she get?
She actually had already got hers. She got
Okay.
hers about 2 years ago.
We do
So,
that. We
you know,
get ours first.
That's right. It worked out for her, and now it's worked out for me.
I love it. I love it. So are you planning on doing any more mods to it?
I don't know right at this point. You know, we added all the ground effects, and I added the spoiler, and we went ahead and went with bigger brakes on it, but I don't know if I'm going to do anything else to it yet, because right now I can still drive it as a daily car if I want to.
I love that.
So if I want to hop in it and go to the mountains,
Right.
I can do that.
Have you been on the Dragon's Tail yet?
I have.
Have you?
Yes, that was one of the first places that it went.
I haven't braved it yet with
Right.
a car at least that's worthy of it.
Right, I understand.
One day, maybe you'll give me a ride sometime.
Definitely. Definitely.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad you finally got your dream car. That's
Yes.
exciting.
Yes, I appreciate the opportunity to bring it out today and let y'all see it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin.
Thank you.
Have a good time today.
All right,
All
thanks.
right. See you out on the track.
All right.
So we are here with McKenna. McKenna is a woman after my own heart. I loved watching you put air in your tires just now and taking the bumper off and everything. I am so excited for your car journey. You told me a little bit about it earlier. You bought this car and then you just decided one day to start fixing it up. I mean, so tell us about your ride.
So I've got a 2014 Toyota Avalon, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of rare. Like, you don't see people modify those cars. That's why finding modifications for it is actually pretty difficult. So a lot of the stuff I've had my friends help me find and help me do, you know. It's been kind of like a year journey and progression progression on it.
Yes.
But
Builds. That's why we call them builds.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a slow process, but I've got a couple things in the making that I haven't shared on my social medias yet. So I'm pretty excited for it. It's a big upgrade for my car. So.
What do all the guys think about you putting on your own brakes and changing your own oil?
Well, I don't think they really care, honestly. Like, my boyfriend doesn't even care.
He's impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, take it from me. He's impressed.
Maybe a little bit.
I'm impressed.
He tells me I shouldn't do it, but I love doing it, so
That's
I do it anyways.
amazing. I love to see it. I love to see women getting their hands dirty and just like showing the world that we can do those things. We can do those hard things.
Yeah.
I love that for you. And your dad's supportive. We met him earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wasn't at first,
Yeah.
but now he is. And we went to our first car show that I actually had my car in. I was, in the show. And he helped me trailer it up there, helped my uncle. I've got a lot of people that have helped me and supported me through this journey.
That's amazing. We love to see it. McKenna, thank you for taking time with me, and I'm just excited for you and for what's to come for your car. Keep us updated.
I will.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Name is Damian Knox from Atlanta, Georgia. I go by Artofkickz on YouTube, and we're here showing off the Jeep that Crush Customs built for me. They did a phenomenal job, and I'm excited to run through it with you guys. 2022 Jeep Wrangler, did the 9 to it. Got 26-inch rims. I did the interior. I did the sound system. We got a touchscreen monitor. And we also did Bolt speakers in the back to really amplify that noise that much more. We got lights going through the sound bar. We got lights coming through the wheels. We got the underglow and the rock lights. I wanted to do something different with this Jeep, something that I've never seen before. And I figured, you know what, why not orange? Orange interior, white Jeep. I really wanted a white vehicle. I thought, you know what vehicle can I get? Because I'm a car guy. What can I get that I know I'm gonna have to keep clean all the time? And what better color to get than white, because it gets the dirtiest, right? So I figured, get a white vehicle, do something different with the interior, something that no one's ever done before and probably will never do again. That's why I went with the Hermes orange. Yeah, so I had an entire vision as to what I wanted to do with this Jeep. So I figured, let me hit up Crush Customs. They were recommended to me by a friend of mine. I was like, you know what? I think they might be able to get the job done. I saw some of the work they did before with the Hermes orange seats on a Bronco that they had brought in. And I was like, I want that same color on my Jeep, but let me see if they'll be able to piece together my entire vision. And they did a phenomenal job.
With Don and Rich, otherwise known as the Don and Rich Show. I mean, I saw you guys roll in and I totally expected Hawaiian shirts and Tom Selleck mustaches. So Don, we'll start with you. Tell us about this beautiful car and what inspired you to purchase it.
I've been familiar with Ferrari for a long time. And in 1993, I was able financially to finally purchase one, and I got this one and have had it ever since. Done a lot with the car, joined the Ferrari Club, which has led to a lot of lifelong friendships. Been on a lot of tours, shows.
Yeah.
It's just been a whole ownership experience thing. Meeting a lot of nice people, learning the history of Ferrari, getting to go to the factory 3 times, going to the Formula One operation at the factory once,
Nice.
the Grand Prix at Monaco.
Wow.
Kind of got to do a whole lot of things that you would never normally expect that you would do owning an automobile.
Wow. So it's just been a gateway to like a whole other world for you.
I hate to use the term, but a lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so I read a little bit about your experience earlier, and you saw this car when you were young and not able to afford one.
Harley Cluxton, who was quite famous in the Ferrari world, had a dealership in South Phoenix down by the airport, and I went down there one day, and this is when the car kind of had just come out. And I got to see the car, and it's like, oh my God, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. And he was so nice because he knew that I couldn't afford it in a million years, but he did give me a sales brochure that I still have today. And I still occasionally look at it because it brings back a lot of nice memories and everything. And from that point on, you're kind of, how do I do this? Now, how am I going to work this out that I can get one of these things? And finally, when I was in Miami in '93, a pilot for American Airlines, I'd finally reached that point financially where I could bite the bullet and go ahead and make the commitment.
That's amazing. So you can say that this car really led you to become a better you because you aspired to have it one day because
Oh,
of
I'm a
that first
fantastic
time.
me. I'm a fantastic me.
Are you sure? I don't know. Rich, what do you think about that?
He is. He's fantastic. I'll second that.
This friendship seems to be working for you.
Oh yeah, we're good buds. We go back.
25 years. So tell me a little bit about your decision to become a Ferrari owner.
Well, I go back probably to the 60s with my road racing set in my parents' living room. We'd sit there with the little controls and watch the cars, and so I just worked my way up from a real car was an Austin Healin and a Triumph. And like Don said, then you pay your dues and you get some more money. You always want a Ferrari.
I mean, it's a panty dropper. It's what we call a panty dropper.
Yeah.
But when you're young, you don't have the money, at least I didn't, so you just work your way up.
Right,
And then
right.
We've had about 6 Ferraris, and now we own this one. But we only afford one at a time. So you have to sell one to buy one.
Ah, that's the rule.
That's the rule.
Because you can't clog up the driveway with
I wish.
all the Ferraris.
Can't afford them.
Okay, what does your wife think about your love of
Oh,
cars?
she liked the idea for this because we
She
had
does.
one of these for about 12 years before.
Yeah.
She didn't like this. But then we saw this one and we drove and she says, I like this one.
Yeah.
So that made the purchase really easy.
Oh, I love it.
If she would have said, I don't like it,
So, what car is the best? And I mean, and
I
why?
hate
Oh,
to say it, but I own one of those
Oh,
as
that's
well. But
he does.
but it's in the garage as we speak. So, and they're two
I love
totally
it.
different automobiles.
Yeah.
This one's a fairly straightforward, easy car to drive.
Right.
This one is more of a grand touring car to get out on the highway and just cruise.
Right.
And the faster you go, the better it feels, better it sounds. But two really different cars.
Yeah. So I read about this car, and they were talking about how it's the car that saved Ferrari. Why is that?
Ferrari early on, before Fiat came into the picture and bought a controlling interest in them, they were having problems financially. And when the 308 came out, it was affordable to a really broad section of people. And then with the advent of Magnum PI and the 308's feature in that really put them on the map, and their sales just went crazy with the car, which was good for the bottom line.
Yeah. It's amazing. We just left the Knight Rider, and now we're here with Magnum PI. Yes, with Kit. And so, you know, we have to explain these things to all the millennials that missed all these golden years of car culture. But we are so glad to see you're keeping it alive, and both of your cars are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you
Absolutely.
folks.
Absolutely. Thanks. Have a great day.
You too.
Like this show? Want more? Then head to WatchPTTV.com, the new 100% free POWERtube TV streaming network. Home of the best classic and new motorsports racing and build shows on the web.